Hello, this is Willcol100. I'm returning to you today with the intent to build the lab so we can start science production once again. Robotic cargo size, all we need is red, green, and blue, and we should have red, green, and blue automated, so we should be able to get our logistic robots running lickety-split. So, to do this, I'm going to have to get a bit creative. The construction robots have the components I need to build this. But I'm going to let the construction robots keep the components to build this. I'm just going to have them build it for me. Where do I want this? In fact, I want 10 labs. So that means I need to come in here. I need to... Where's the labs? I think I need one lab. Bring me a lab. So I need to find a lab, bring it to me. That's basic speaking. Bring me one lab. I want one lab. Can I... No, actually. Bring me the lab. I want the lab. Can I... Yeah, I'll suppose... Yeah, I'll just build the lab. I have the supplies for it. I'll use this and the blueprint. I can get these lovely things called blueprints, which is basically me calling on some pre-design. I'm gonna place a lab. Basically place it in this little U here. It's one lab. I'm gonna place an inserter and a path provider chest. I'm then going to take our new blueprint. Actually, no. Before I do the blueprint, I also want medium electric block. So assuming these components are in the system, I take a blueprint and I go like this. So this blueprint is now just a mirror copy of this. There's a picture copy of this. So I can then go ahead and just queue up the blueprint. Maybe not the most efficient design, but it'll do for what I want. If I'd gone even farther ahead, I could have gone ahead and already assigned this passive provider chest. Oh no. This needs to be an active provider chest. So I'll fix that. Well, that's gonna be wrong. I can't really change the blueprint once it's set up. The blueprint's got an error in it. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm gonna need about 5 requester chests. Okay, so requester chests. Request. I need one more. Request. Okay, you are to request the science. I believe I have it queued up so it only makes 20 of each. So we've got 5 labs, so each one of these can't take more than 4. So let's just have you request 3 each. Shift right click, left click, left click, left click, and left click. So, everything as it gets made should be delivered. Granted, I also need to make sure this array has power connection. So there it goes. Next question is, do we have enough medium? We have enough medium pulse. These should be able to... Actually, these should be able to be assembled without any input. The construction robots should just be able to bring the stuff and build it. Because everything is in the network. The other question is, do the construction robots have enough time to get over here and build it? Which isn't... It's probably not the case, because they're still taking copper out of that chest. And then there's going to be that sulfur chest, and other lovely zones like that, right? So I'll move the sulfur. They're practically done with the copper at this point, so it's not much. Also, battery's not working because stuff isn't going to work like that. Okay. I don't actually have any space for the car for the sulfur anymore. Let's go ahead. I'm going to place a passive provider chest, a couple passive provider chests, because I have few in my inventory. And I'm going to dump all the copper into that chest because I'm not going to need it because I'm immediately going to go pick up more. This way that the copper's in the system, all the sulfur that I can pick up in my inventory. So we'll come over here, we'll drop off sulfur. Once again, I'll come over here and pick it up. That's the sulfur's picked up. Pick as much copper as you can. That allows them to pick up the chest. They can actually now disassemble this. They don't have to be waiting. Oh, I'm going to have to do similar with coal. All that goes in. All that goes in. Come over here. Pick up the coal so that can now get empty. There we go. This can now hopefully all get cleaned up pretty quickly. Which then means they can actually go over and do the jobs that need to get done. Oh, and there's 9 inserters missing. Which means the quickest way to fix this scenario is to provide some inserters. Passive provider chest. There's no longer a shortage in inserters because I provided them for you. Okay, so the labs will build, and the labs will get right to work as soon as they're constructed. And the next thing is going to be this industry. So we're getting, it's all pile up. So we're getting a pile up of everything, which is kind of what we want. The only question is how to place it so they don't have a mess. Right now I think the wrong thing to do is to build more refineries, because then that's just going to put more requirements for refineries on the map. You're bringing me the copper that I got rid of. Yes, that's exactly what you're doing. You're bringing me copper that I just got rid of. And then you're flying back to get me more copper from the copper that I just got rid of. Let me guess, that's exactly what you're doing? Yep. Exactly 60 copper. You deliver me exactly what I need. One object is missing. Well, it's in the system. Figure out how to pick it up. There you go. It shouldn't be missing anymore. Unless you'd already planned on... I'll give you a couple more. Yeah, have a couple more. Should not be complaining about the shortage of that. Okay. Obviously getting solid fuel up again would be wise. Your remaining petroleum gas line that hadn't been pulled. Okay, so I need sulfur, which has to be over here. I can actually set up the, what's it called? So I need sulfur, but the sulfuric acid can actually be set up on the line because the sulfur can get shipped over by logistics robot. Just the sulfur needs pure petroleum, and the plastic needs pure petroleum. Plastic also needs pure coal. So I'm going to have to set up a way to deliver coal down here. Okay, so let's, do I want to do a row of, yeah, I can do something similar. I can do a row of this, row of that, row of that. Your solid fuel, which means you're actually getting, you're going to get belted out of here. So I'm going to have a row. Now let's do pipe to ground. So all my petroleum-based products are going to come off the north side of this, hopefully. So I have chemical plants, right? I have 7 chemical plants in my inventory. So move these down here. A chemical plant is going to look something like that. I want to, let's do sulfur refining. So sulfur refining is going to take in the petroleum, take in the water. So really, I'm going to be wanting the chemical plant facing roughly this way around. for sulfur. That way I can take... Let's do that one more. Okay, no, one more than that. One more like that. You pipe the ground into the... Why is this... Okay. That was a bit strange. Okay. Pipe the ground into there. Into what should be the oil input. Yes. Okay, so then we're going to need a offshore pump. Thought I had picked up more offshore pumps. Oh no, we still have an offshore pump over at a chemical plant doing explosives. And we have an offshore pump doing nothing over here. So let's actually finish cleaning up, because I hadn't finished cleaning up, it seems. Let's finish cleaning up our unnecessary water. And also our explosives facility, because I don't need it set up how I did. It can be set up a little bit better now. There we go. Offshore pumps that are unnecessary have been picked up. So now I can take an offshore pump and I can place it close to this facility so that we can get the water coming in. So this lake right here probably is a very good spot. Pump it in from there. Do a pipe to ground through the trees. They're of course always in the way. Always got trees in my way. Well, I understand why I'm chopping these down instead of sending robots to do it for me. I know the robots are actually currently busy. So we want you to here. We want you to there. Pipe. Pipe. And power. You're going to need power. This means I need to give myself more medium poles so that we can get the medium pole out here. Roughly like that, and we pop you over to the side as well. So this now produces sulfur. So I'm going to build a passive provider. And I need another smart server. So the way this one's going to work is because I can't limit the amount being inserted. I can only limit the amount that comes out. The passive provider is going to be sitting here. The smart inserter is going to sit here. It is not connected. Oh, we're outside of the Roboport range. So that is going to work interestingly. That means I need another Roboport. I guess it's time to build another Roboport. What am I missing? Steel. Can you bring me steel? Probably not, because you have other things to deliver to other places. One object is missing material for construction. Fine, if the gosh darn construction robots can't put the thing down, I'll go over there and put it down myself. Okay, so hopefully they bring me the steel that I need. They probably are. They're just... It's a long... Yeah, they are. They're just... It's a long flight from where they're going. So we get over here. And where are you missing this thing? You're missing it right there. So I'll go ahead and place it myself, so this entire system works. And as I'm now realizing, it's all around the backwards. You know, I need to put this blueprint someplace where it never needs to be seen again, because it's horrible. It's totally dysfunctional. So these chests will now empty by putting stuff in the labs where they need to go. Okay, so I can now build another Roboport, which means I can now get this in the Roboport system. Which means I need to go running back over there. That stuff, no, it's copper, I don't care. Run back over here, get this in the Roboport system, and then I can get it unloading sulfur into the passive provider chest whenever it's needed in the passive in the system, right? So if there's a shortage in the system, unload it. No shortage, don't do it, because I don't need it. Okay, Roboport. Roboport. Obvious place to put it is right here. This means it has coverage of this passage, which means I can just fortify that passage up and then it'll be able to draw its power. Oh, then it'll be able to do the repairs automatically for me on that that zone. Okay, going back over here. Smart filter. When sulfur is below 100, let's just say 100, you can then move sulfur from here into there, which means it's not needed because we have 150k in the system, which is the case. It's really not needed at the moment. Okay, I believe plastics is taking petroleum, taking coal. So you are plastics. Yes, petroleum in either output, coal in, plastics out. That means I'm going to do this based off of how much we have in the system again. So it's going to be whatever I put in, smart inserter to determine how much gets taken out. So we're going to be putting we need a request chest and a passive writer. Probably already have one of those in our inventory somewhere. Okay. Yeah, we had a request chest in our inventory. Okay. So you need to request coal. I'm going to allow you to request up to 5 stacks. Go right ahead. There's no need for this anywhere else in the facility except for here. Smart one, you are to take stuff out. I'm going to take plastics when they're below, let's just say 100 in the system. We're now going to take passive provider chest and place it there. Now why is this not working? Because there's no coal here again. But there's going to be coal quickly. And this takes our petroleum. This is our petroleum consumption. Now to wire up our solid fuel production. Which once again means I need more pipe to ground. Pipe to ground. Come from here. Go as far as we can go. Can't go quite as far because we're already starting over a little farther. Okay. I know these machines, these chemical plants, take... Where's the chemical plants? I don't have... Oh, I have... There we go. Taken from either zone. I'm just going to queue them up roughly like this. I'm going to queue up 4 right away. Pipes to provide stuff to all of them. These are going to have power poles, once again, because we need power poles. I had a power poles again. And that went where? So because I didn't see where they went, actually, no, they went in here. So because I didn't see where they went, that must mean I already had power poles in the inventory, which it wasn't the case. Okay, so these are going to output on a conveyor belt. Which of course means these need to have inserters that take out. Solid fuel is literally only going to be burnt, either in the engines or in our fuel line. Power supply for the entire facility, which hasn't yet run out of fuel. Now I have the fun hooking up this system. So I need, hate to request it, I need transport belts. Bring me 200. And I'm definitely going to need underground belts. So I need to go from there, roughly that way. Okay, so I need to come north from here. Okay, let's take our path to ground underneath the roadport, because why not? We're not going to take this straight north. And I just barely missed the previous one. Okay. There we go. This line's running. And I'm going to go take down and look. And our power actually was... I do need the solid fuel because we're just about to start running out of solid fuel. Or we are running out of solid fuel. I'm actually surprised the boilers are still going at full speed. Or full capacity, right? We're not pulling on the accumulators. The boilers just have enough hot water. Granted, their temperature is going down. They're running closer and closer and closer to what they can. So it would not be surprised if this game night that we were coming up on was when the boilers are finally said, "No, we're out of stuff for you." Which means I no longer need those. I will, however, take, if we have them in the system, which we probably do, because I set them up to be built, I did, bring me the fast belts. Bring me all 60. Figure out what they are and bring them to me. Okay, so the system is going ahead, pretty much, assuming it's running fast enough, right? Making plastics, making sulfur, and making solid fuel. Well, actually, no, it's not making any solid fuel yet because I haven't queued up solid fuel construction for solid fuel yet. We're really not building any of a petroleum surplus. I can kind of see the light fuel piling up, but also this is going to be light fuel consumption. Pretty heavy light fuel consumption. And there we go. So this is going to start churning out the fuel to keep our power going. And we are on accumulator power. Which probably means time to expand the solar power, because we can do that. Let's go ahead, build a blueprint. We have blueprints. I'll take this blueprint, and this blueprint can be used to make squares like that. Yep, create that blueprint. Sure, I'm not going to screw up the blueprint. Yeah, we'll put... No, can't go there because we got that one medium tower in the way. Really? Put the blueprint down. Go back to my inventory. You can get picked up. Which means you no longer have power, but that can be easily remedied by me putting down a power pole when I figure out where the power poles are. There. Okay. Blueprint. Why won't you... Oh, because I'm standing in the way. Blueprint. Blueprint. These are going to be a little offset due to the oil industry, right? Blueprint. I don't know if these can place... Actually, I don't think these can be placed outside of the orange zone. But there's always one way to check. Just place the blueprint. See if it comes along and does it. And I don't want to go any more further down the one. So, we'll see if that can get built. And it is pretty much getting built. I can see them going ahead and building it. We're still going to have a power shortage when... steam engines are doing all they can. The accumulators are providing the missing, so the accumulators are draining. And the solar panels are going up in production, but are going down because it's turning into night. And our construction robots are doing what the construction robots do best. Building things. In fact, we have construction robots that don't have anything to do. Which may be an issue, because that might mean we are out of... Oh, missing solar panels. We're solar panels short. And some are having to travel long distances with those power cables. Like this one's coming out of the power cable. Where are you going with that power cable? It's It's actually not complaining about a shortage of power cables, it's complaining about a shortage of solar panels. So I know it's only solar panels. And the night gets deeper and deeper. We're still getting solar power, because we got a lot set up, right? But as it gets deeper, this number is going to get closer and closer to 0. Which means more of it's going to be drawing off the accumulator. Of course, we should see a resurgence in burner in steam engines as soon as fuel gets to the steam engines, right? And yeah, this is, we are approaching the dead of night. We are efficiently, or oh no, not quite there. No, it must not quite drop to total 0 at midnight. But we are at the bottom. Oh yeah, we're down to the point where it still technically is producing less and less power, but over 5 seconds. 5 seconds, we're getting 640 watts. So these are in megawatts, this is in watts. This is how dark it's out, where the solar panels are producing watts. Versus, they're barely even producing watts. And this is over the last 5 minutes, it's still producing that much. So yeah, we're in the dead of night. No more power from the solar panels. Though the solar panels will, when the next day comes, provide a lot of power. So we got rudimentary fuel production going. Once again, we got coal and sulfur production. I can't do the fastest transport belts here. Can do electric engines and processing units. That's going to take sulfuric acid. Oh, also the batteries take sulfuric acid. I can do those on the main line. So let's set up something to consume this lubricant. So right now we need engines. So let's set up a facility consuming the engines. So you go there. You are going to be provided by a requester chest, and your output is going to go out by a passive provider chest. Ooh, that's bad. We have run out of accumulator juice. Meaning we are entirely on steam power until the solar power starts kicking back in. Luckily the solar power is kicking back in, but we still got to get ahead of our consumption. Passive provider chest. I love how I'm just going on my merry way on setting stuff up that is going to consume more power. I'm so totally not paranoid, of course, it seems. Okay, I'm short a power pole. I'm just going to build a wooden one. I'm going to build wooden ones. Wooden one. There you go, this is only a temporary setup anyway. You're building electric engines. I'm even going to give you things that increase your power demand. Okay, for engines, you're getting the blueprint, you just need circuits. Circuits. Remember where my circuits are. Circuits. 60. And units. You only need like 10 on hand. And there you go. That'll work pretty quickly. The logistics guys can bring it to them, right? How's our power looking? Bad. We're still consuming more than we produce. And our accumulators have not jumped over to this side yet. Up, the accumulators have jumped over. We are producing more power than we consume. So that's good. Our accumulators will start charging back up under those circumstances. Very, very, well, no, they're rising up the ranks, so we're getting more and more power. And we're getting more and more solar power. Jump in the ranks, jump in the ranks. And there they go. 500 kilowatts. It's going to take a little while to exceed the pump jacks. If our power keeps growing, which it should. Well, assuming the steam engines get fed correctly, right? And then once they get full charge, then there's no more draw, and the steam engines will run faster. Where did our accumulators go? Oh, no, we're drawing from the accumulators again. Why are we drawing from the accumulators again? Because we've still got power issues with the steam engines. Steam engines aren't getting the fuel quick enough. which ends up resulting, well, it results in us drawing from the accumulators to meet power demand. Meet short-term power demand until this gets going. Okay, so we're still producing, or assume we're still producing. I'll pop down here and make sure the refinery is going. The refinery is going. More effectivity modules. Actually, this industry is probably our most energy-consuming industry. Of course, there is a way to check that, so let's check this before I go soon. Electric furnaces are our biggest consumption. Roboports, which I can't do anything about. The accumulators, which should hopefully be charging. Radar. I suppose I can take the radar down. We only need one radar dish over here. I'll take a few radar dishes off. There we go. Less drain from radars. Radars are going to drop down to 0.6 megawatts. Next thing is the chemical plants. Pulling 210. Actually, no. Next thing is the drills, which per efficiency aren't very good, but they are our biggest draw because they're one of our larger number of items. Chemical plants, pump jacks, and oil refineries. So yeah, putting efficiency in all of these would reduce our power consumption a lot. Whereas I want to put productivity in electric furnaces. Electric mining drills, I'd be wanting to put efficiency in them, but not because of energy consumption reasons, but because of pollution reasons. We're wanting to reduce the pollution. So yeah, actually I'm going to go ahead. It's going to take a long time, but I'm going to manually build effectivity modules and start shoving them into our industry over here. Primarily not to drop the pollution, but to drop the energy consumption. These are, where are these showing up? Because I think one got finished. Where did it go? Oh, I must have off-queued one. What must have occurred? No, I don't need a low-level splitter in my inventory anymore. So we'll take this. So this consumes currently 420 megawatts. Now consumes 30% less, dropping to 294. So that's a major megawatt drop. That can then be converted into charging our accumulators. These steam engines seem to be running faster, but I know they're not running full speed because our accumulator is still lagging. Let me guess, I'm not having guys coming to me because I'm on the robo system? Yeah, I'm not on the logistic system. They can build things outside the logistic system. They just can't do chest stuff outside the system. Okay, second one. That'll lower our power demand even more. As you can see, we're barely underneath consumption. Which means, assuming that we need consumption, it'll be drawing right off the capacitors, or off our accumulators again. Of course, we should soon be seeing this turning around because we're not far away from having the accumulators full up, and then we'll be drawing. Won't need the steam engines. The steam engines will start backing up the fuel because they don't need to draw it anymore. Everything will be good. But yeah, let's reduce the pollution in this industry. So these are 210. We have three main components. We have pump jacks, which are at 90. These are 210s. These are the next biggest things. Let's drop your energy consumption as these built. And where are our accumulators charging? Accumulators are our biggest power drain, 7.3. Which that's a good thing to be draining, right? We're draining to charge up the batteries. Oh yes, I should go, while I'm waiting here for our accumulators to charge, build up the battery production. I have the subcomponents for the batteries. I just need to finish them. So everything finishes because the blue isn't working because all the batteries are in my inventory. All the batteries are in my inventory. I wouldn't even be surprised if these aren't working because I have enough of them. Well, I don't, but well, actually, yeah, I have enough to shut it down. Oh no, I'm short of it. They're just. What are you waiting on? Ooh, we have a copper wire backlog. Sometimes we only have copper wire. Oh, all the circuit protection. Speaking of copper, produces 2 every half a second. Consumes 3 every half a second. That would do it. That would do it. Not enough dedicated copper production. Okay, I'm going to... This is a passive provider, right? I don't need batteries in my inventory. That'll actually turn the blue on. Okay, then I'm going to need... switch you out for those, because those are major energy consumers. And there's one thing we're having a problem with right now, it's energy, right? So I need to build batteries, which are made in those. Taking iron plates and copper. I need sulfuric, no, I need sulfuric acid. Where do I get sulfuric acid from? Sulfuric acid. I need iron plate, sulfur, and water. So I need a water supply. Yeah, good thing I have some copper and iron on provider chests, because these aren't going to have to... These can't be sitting on the main row, because I need... Okay, assembly machine 2. Taking water from an offshore pump to make this acid. Oh, this is made in that. This is also made in one of those. Okay, so I need... These are our machine. I need one of these. Which I know is going to feed one of those. So it's going to feed something else. Okay. Chemical plant. You're making sulfuric acid. You make batteries. What was the other thing I need? Oh, yes. Processing units. Which actually aren't made in those. They're made in one of these. Which needs to be centrally aligned for that to work. I guess I need a pipe to work like that. Why aren't... I put you on processing. Then it hooks up. There we go. Okay, there we're good. We're good now. Well, this is now a kind of strange labyrinth to get through, but it'll work. Okay, batteries. Okay, so you need a requester chest. So I'm going to need 3 requester chests. All these off the queue. They can go on after I'm done with these requester chests. Requester chest. Requester chest. And one more requester chest. Okay. So, batteries. I also need to make sure these are powered, right? Wow, that one spot there ain't powered. Okay. Batteries. So you need sulfur. So you are one of our sulfur sources. So take a stack of sulfur. I have a stack of sulfur over here. You're also going to need iron plates. Take a stack of iron plates. And batteries need iron plates and copper. Can't quite reach the chest from here. I need to come around and grab the chest. You need copper to make batteries and iron to make batteries. You're going to need an output. So it's going to be a smart inserter. Which is going to, under these circumstances, when Batteries are less than 60. Make them. That's going to go into a passive provider chest. Over here, it's going to be... I'm going to be more stringent with you. So you're going to take a... Wait a second. You're going to do processing units on less than... Right now I don't know how many of these I need, so I'm just going to assume we don't need more than 10. So then we need circuits. We'll say 10. Advanced circuits, 10. We'll see how that works. Back to making effectivity modules. We have a shortage of solar panels still. Well, we have a solar panel producing facility. Why is it not producing the solar panels for you? Probably because it's not getting enough steel. Probably because I haven't ever designed enough steel production into this, because steel is a bottleneck. Bottleneck zone. Oh, you actually have a copper plate shortage, because we have a copper plate shortage. Why do we have a copper plate shortage? Oh, because only the very first two are producing copper. Well, that actually might be the reason why we have this shortage, because I do expand copper production. Well, this episode is probably I've probably gone way over in this episode. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in the video here. Until next time, this is Willcol100.